Hello every peeps. Do you guys miss me? Because it has been so long since I've been last featured in any of his videos, before he was struck with a second bout of hearing problems that have lasted over 9 months, and I do mean 9 long and grueling months. That is, because, while I was trying to recover from my hearing problems, starting with mid-December of last year, I began to feel sick that has prolonged my hearing problems for 2 more months, which means, annoyingly, I got 4 flu seasons, one of which gave me an ear infection that put me back on antibiotics. Thankfully, I got my antibiotics that I took last month. Today is the very 1st of March, because I now finally got myself a doctor. So this means, my hearing problems have now finally waned in me, well, mostly, and I'm really glad that this frustrating condition called diplocusis is finally gone. Well, almost. It's not bothering me anymore, but I still have to look out for when it pops back up, whenever I get sick again in the future. Just to let you know.
But Sam, you still have to remember that I'm still very disappointed in you for how you got all of us in trouble after that shit show that forced KFC to relocate and have young brands take aggressive action on us.
Transgressions aside, we now have a new antagonistic force we have to deal with, and that is Mendel's invasion force, or the Serious Sam monsters, if all of us would know by now. You have to remember TGR, that I'm still your friend, even if our main video series has been put on a massive hiatus for 9 months. Sorry, if I have been reckless sometimes, but now we have to focus on a new common threat that just came, which is where the still unproduced part 2 of Season 2 Episode 4 comes in, which I'm still torn, if it's either still going to be the 19th or otherwise the 20th episode overall. My premise for part 2 still hasn't changed. I'm gonna go through this quickly, because I don't want to spoil any details, but still want to give the viewers a gist of what I'm saying. My Serious Sam massacre in those monsters will pick up from where I started in part 1, where I'm still in an Abrams tank, and more classic monsters, as well as some from the newer games, will start to appear, including arachnoids, reptiloids, witch harpies and scrapjacks will start to appear. To spare your guys' time, I'll do my usual heroics and find and rescue Cicely from potential danger that'll come her way. However, for some reason, one of the witch brides would try crush us into a ball, so I'll have to dispatch that shit like I do with every other monster. I can't tell the rest, because again, I don't want to spoil anything.
I've also noticed that you've given me, General Stone and the majority of wanted level characters new avatars.
Wait a sec. Colonel Brannigan's already in my unnumbered announcement video.
Well, it's not something that you'll see every day. While I heard that you have been having hearing problems for months, you likely have stumbled upon a program that has given us new avatars. If so, then there's no need for us having to stick with stock photos you found online. But since I have no business being here, I'll leave you be. Proceed on with your video.
Okay, thanks Colonel. By the way, the program I used to make new avatars for you guys is called Hero Forge. It's actually a browser-based program, where you get to make your own miniatures, which I see this as a creative opportunity, because that has allowed me to come up with character designs that I can easily envision. This means, county sheriffs and state troopers will become a thing, when I venture out onto rural areas, where they are to be expected. However, that's only a sneak peek of the new avatars, so I can't show the rest. As for me and the rest of the Microsoft gang, well, we'll just stick with what we're happy with, because sometimes, simpler is better. Right?
As long as things don't get oversimplified. Yep, that's right.
Yeah. Also, when my hearing situation got better on the last few months of my suffering, I was able to find the source of all the Joel Valentine robot and machine sounds in Sound Effects Wiki. It's been a long wait, and I'm very glad to have those robot sound effects I saved in my external drive. Here's some of my favorites, some of which I pitch shifted. Later on, when I feel my hearing has gotten better to the point I am able to watch my own videos again, I also begin making sound effects again, my latest project being Battle Mech Weapons from Battletech/Mech Warrior series. Here's some examples. These sounds felt pretty epic and heavy-duty, right? That's because I wanted to make them sound as cinematic and powerful as possible, while still keeping them true to their original sound from either MechWarrior 4, Mech Commander 2 or any of the Mech Assault games. Well, that's all I have for this video. If any of you are still subbed to my channel and still have been watching some of my videos over the last 9 months, I'd thank you all for your patience. Like I have said in my update videos that didn't feature me, your ears are very important, and your daily life would become devastated if they experience any form of damage or impairments, permanent or otherwise. It took me over 9 months for my hearing problems to go away on their own, for the most part, which does involve me having to sleep more often than what I needed in order to keep my hearing pitch and duplicusis under control. But since my hearing has gotten much better recently, I almost feel like wanting to get back into making Microsoft SAM videos. I just need a few more days, until I can certainly confirm that my hearing problems are surely over and done with, given, if I don't get sick again for the 5th time. And until next time, I'll see you all, when I get Season 2 Episode 4 Part 2 in production in the near future. Again, I thank you all for your patience. Cheerio.